a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't getting too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go on your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
Well, it was a common sight in the 80s and 90s, not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the San Francisco 49ers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Gets fielded in the end zone, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Come on, set, 50, plant.
Check, 45.
Hey, Haywood.
Defense, no gap. Switch. Share.
On first down, Kane. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
Now, I know we're only 2 plays in, but after giving up back-to-back sacks, something has to change with the protection, and they can't wait to halftime to make an adjustment.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Back to throw. Kane looking deep downfield, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
And third down is a key down in any game you play, and third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here we go. 52, come on. Watch the screen. Black. Shift. Go. Check.
Now a play fake. Wentz. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Solid.
Back to the air on second down. Wentz. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. So that one will be accepted.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Looking to throw. Kane. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Wentz. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 23 yards on the play.
First down, Eagles.
Here we go. 120.
They'll run on 1st down. Sanford. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a 1st down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
And he's going to have this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 37.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moved.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Niners' 26-yard line.
Tight end right.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz. His throw caught right around the 6. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down. Working from the gun, Wentz. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
The strong windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Well, they have to be loving this start to the 1st quarter.
Well, the way that they're going, I mean, you're talking about 2 touchdown drives already. They feel very confident and feel like they have all the answers in this game. They're 1 point away from going up 14-0. Maybe they press the advantage and go for 2.
This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the 1st half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. So more problems here in this 1st quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake, but I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football.
Let's go, get set.
The drive will commence with a run by Balaj. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Check right, check. On the ball.
Looking to throw on second down. Kane, rush coming, and he's taken down. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over first and 10.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now, they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
Yeah, that's the relief.
And this is taken in at the 5. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 61 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Kane. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off at the 35.
Interception, baby, all day.
First down and goal to go at the 5-yard line.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. 21-0 our score after 1. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Wentz. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ready up.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
2nd and 10. Going deep downfield for Ross. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
On the double.
47's the mic. Too little, cut. He's coming.
Fair.
He's coming, double up.
Hey, Delta. Now.
Off play action. Kane. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Trey 15.
Now a give, right side. Done. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
3 bugs.
Sunday. Ramp.
SOS.
Hey, exit.
SOS.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. And he will find his man on the outside. 2 touchdowns for him already in this first half. This one good for a 1st down.
Here we go.
Watch the screen.
Wentz now on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
46 down, man. 5-4. Bravo.
It's a party now.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Ready.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Let's go. 15, Ronnie. 15 line.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go.
Hey, wahoo!
54, right there. 54, Mike. We don't want this. Hey, check 24. Check 24. He's coming.
5.
On 3rd down, Kane. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4th.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Returnable for Grant. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Meanwhile, out in Los Angeles, they're in the 2nd quarter now. And the Rams have opened it up to lead by a couple of touchdowns now. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking for Campbell downfield. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
At the 15-yard line.
Ready.
47, Mike, 47. Defense wins championships, baby.
Hey, Alpha.
Check.
2nd and 3. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. John Ross, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Touchdown, 49ers. Robbie Gould lining up for the point after.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Gould able to tack on the extra point. And it's now a 28-7 ball game.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And that is incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Ross on the return. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. The second quarter score from Cincinnati. And the Seahawks fans have to be happy. That lead just got bigger. That'll be a game to monitor as we go along. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Hey, foxtrot.
To throw again. Kane. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
You ain't going nowhere.
Throwing on 1st down. Kane. That's caught inside the 20. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get him with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
Five. Down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers get a score closer. Gould to add the extra point. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14.
Next to score, Eagles 28, 49ers 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 27.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustment.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quan Alexander able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3-score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
52 is the mic right here over there, right? 52 is the mic.
Now Wentz. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back. Yeah. He usually has the advantage because of his body type.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Back to the air on 2nd down. Kane. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Just like that.
To throw on 3rd down, Kane. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
On 1st and 10, Kane Going for the deep ball. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Going to try the jet sweep with Nelson. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. J.J. Nelson, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Gold with the extra point, and they're within 7 now at 28-21. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basket.
And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Like how they started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. To throw, it's Wentz. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Looking left sideline, it's complete. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. From the gun, it's Wentz. Looking for Campbell downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 8-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Kill. Hey, echo.
2nd and 5.
As I was watching the play unfold, my eyes immediately went to the referee because I wanted to see, was he going to put those 2 hands over his head, that universal signal for a safety? But it's at the 1-yard line. You know you're playing with fire when you get sacked that close to the goal line.
Ready, set.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone, so they could use something here on 3rd down. To throw from his end zone, Kane. And able to haul it in is Kittle. 1st down San Francisco to pick up 14 yards.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10.
Look at me. Go.
Rush in.
Operating from the gun, Kane. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Derek Barnett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw. Kane, this one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And the Eagles with a dime look. 6 DBs on third down.
Here we go, here we go.
Hey, Charlie. Step.
From the gun, Kane. And my goodness, another interception. Cravon LeBlanc with a pick. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things are now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
Protein spill.
To throw is Wentz. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows that throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
On second down, it's done. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there with his third touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Point after, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Get ready. Check out.
Greystone travel.
Out. Slam.
Hey, Zoo.
Mike's 47. Mike.
Zoo.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Open man is Ross, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
You don't want
Get it.
On first down, Kane. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Derek Barnett able to record his 5th sack of the season. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Looking to throw. Kane. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Bravo.
Operating from the gun. Kane. Going deep downfield for Ross. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions. that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Second down 6. Here we go. At the 27-yard line.
Part two is the mic. Mike part two. Mike part two.
From the 27, Wentz. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Anthony Averett picks it. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Have they shown him
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw. Kane. And he's going to go down again.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Check 99.
Hey, Alpha.
From the gun, Kane taking a shot for Samuel. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Now Wentz. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Anthony Averett picks it, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. Third and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with that.
And the pressure gets to him again. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
74.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Tackle.
Recon, 132 fighter. 5. Check 3. Spin.
Looking to throw. Kane. Throw left side, complete. It's Hodges. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put it up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
2nd and 2. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play there for the Niners. 48 yards.
Hey, Steve 6.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
And darn right, they did something to disrupt that timing.
On the ready.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
That's what I do.
Throwing again. Kane. Open man is Samuel, complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Balaj, he didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. Back to throw. Kane, and they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. It's their quarterback with touchdown number 3 here in this game and 17 now on the year as his guys are back within a single score. They get 1 more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And the kick goes outside the white lines. That's why the flag comes out.
Yes, and that was an error by the kicker, and it will give the offense great starting field position.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now a handoff here to his running back. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. It was Kendall Donnerson who made the stop on the defensive side. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. To throw is Wentz. And that will be incomplete.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
Right there.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He's back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, tight down. There you go.
Back to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Here we go. Hey, watch that. Check Mike, 54. Mike, 54.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Here we go, D.
On 4th down, Kane. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Wentz with a kneel down, and that will be the final act of this game.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 44.
So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know,